The first reason why you're getting flooding at the cuticle is you're using way too much product, way too wet, way too close to the cuticle. See, I have no control. It's just running on me and I cannot catch up to save my life. The second reason you are getting flooding at the cuticle is you're getting the right amount, but once you put it down, you're putting way too much pressure and it's pushing it to the cuticle area. The third reason you're getting flooding at the cuticle is it could be how you're positioning the finger. So if we put it down and then we let the client hold their finger going backwards, it's making it all flood the cuticle area. So what we do to avoid flooding the cuticle is I'm gonna pick up my liquid. I'm gonna put a good amount of pressure to remove the excess liquid. I'm lightly going to bounce about 3 times into my powder to get the right size pearl. I'm gonna place it to the nail. I'm gonna point it down to let gravity work for me, wipe my brush off so I don't have excess liquid, walk it around the cuticle, let it set up for a second. I'm leveling out the finger so it flows correctly. And then I'm going to finish moving my product where it needs to be. And that's how you avoid flooding the cuticle. The first reason you can get flooding at the cuticle area with gel is you're using a very thin viscosity gel. You're picking up way too much product. You're placing it really close to the cuticle area and you don't have time to move it through the body of the nail, so it just immediately starts to run into the cuticle. The second reason you can get flooding at the cuticle area is you're picking up your product and instead of floating it, you're putting pressure down, kind of like you're trying to pat it like it's acrylic, and it pushes it right into the cuticle area. The third reason you could be getting flooding at the cuticle area is you're taking your product, you're applying it, and then you're moving on to the next nail and your client is actually holding their finger up. And again, gravity's going to move it to the cuticle area. To avoid flooding the cuticle, I prefer to use a little thicker gel so it doesn't move so much. We're gonna get a good amount on our brush. I'm gonna start by holding the finger flat and I'm going to float. We're not gonna put pressure. We just lightly do circles, staying on top of the gel, moving it where we want it. I start to hold the finger down, so gravity is working for us and pulling it away from the cuticle area.